to your fellow passengers, we request that you please turn them off or set them to vibrate. To be fair to all passengers, we will request once we get to Fabians that all passengers change sides with those across the aisle from them. That allows everyone to see the best views. We do have restrooms on the train. For first class, there is a restroom in the Carol Reed at the end closest to the dome car. We'll now enter a long day cut. Back in March 1920, a Maine Central passenger train structure. Those of you who got the map and are following along, we're just coming to Mount 62. West of the Arizona 64 is the Saco River, major river threading the Mount Washington Valley. Originates up in Crawford Notch and Saco Lake, which will be seen later on. Flows down through the valley and into Maine and Freiburg, then flows into the Atlantic Ocean between Bedford and Saco Bay, where Saco is an Abenaki word meaning south flowing. Stained glass windows in the station, they are original windows. Glen and Jackson Station. Just after Glen and Jackson Station, we'll cross the Ellis River. The Ellis River drains through Lost Pond up in Tingle Notch at the base of Wildcat. Last road we're going over is the access road to the Glen Ellis Campground. Route 302 is now to your right. Somebody's front yard. This will be a chance to tell you that we do see wildlife from time to time, such as deer, moose, fox, coyote, turkey, beaver, and black bear. On the other side of the track, you'll see the west leg of the Y curve up behind the freight house. It originally had 6 stalls. Well, it was cut down to 4. Originally built, there was a turntable. But it was removed with 2 large steam engines purchased by the Central, which were too long. Those of you who may be curious, not sure of the term "knock" seems to be unique to New England. It refers to what would be called a pass or gap in other parts of the country. Just going over first night and Albany Brooks. But he lived until he died in 1881. After he died, the house passed to the Morley family. They owned most of the land in Crawford Notch. George Morley operated the building as the Inn Unique from the 1920s to the 1970s. Presently, the stone cottage Dr. Bemis built is open to the public as the Notch Land Inn. Railroad had a flag stop here called Mount Bemis, named for Dr. Bemis, and Mount Nancy, named for Nancy Barton. side of the Mount Crawford house is on the right, just past the crossing of Notch Lane Inn. This was Abel Crawford's original inn. Abel Crawford was a patriarch of the family for which Crawford Notch is named. As we get higher into the notch, you'll see more and more color. As we go along for the next mile, on the right, through the trees, you'll see Route 302. On the other side, the highway glimpses of the Saco River. You'll see a cable stay bridge. That cable stay bridge is the beginning of the Davis Path, a hiking trail which goes up Mount Crawford, then runs along the Mount Elvin Ridge and ends on Mount Wash. It is recognizable by the towers on the summit. Most distant mountain you can see at this location. We'll see it from a different angle when we get to Pagans. And at the far end of the trestle, we pass through a rock cut. You'll see on both sides how the rock was broken up to create the cut. There are holes there, straight vertical holes, 2, 3, 4 feet deep and about 2 inches in diameter. These holes were drilled out by hand and filled with black tar, which was ignited to split apart the rock. You'll see more in other rock cuts as we proceed up to the notch. Just after we go through the rock cut on the left, there are several rock ledges. During the winter, these get covered with layers of ice. Become a popular ice climbing area during the winter. Our trains do not run during the winter, so they are not disturbed by trains. After the main Central Railroad discontinued use of the building was burned recklessly by the railroad. On the right through breaks of the trees and across the valley now narrowly, you can see the scars of many landslides on the side of Rockford's Iron Bridge with a whole new steel bridge. The steel bridge was built next to the old bridge, and when they were ready, they rolled the old bridge out of the way, the new bridge into place, reconnected it. Only had the railroad shut down for about 10 minutes. The bridge crosses Willie Brook, which tumbles down between Mount Willie and Mount Willard. Mount Willard section house coming up here on the right. Well, when we come back this way, we'll be stopping here for a couple of minutes, allow you to enjoy the view down the valley.
Get a good shot from here.
As we make our way up towards the notch, when we get near the top, you'll be able to look across and see 2 cascades coming down off Mount Webster. On the left is Flume Cascade, and on the right, Silver Cascade. Down the embankment is Dismal Pool, part of the Saco River. The last section of track leading to the gateway would have been a trestle, but it was filled in over time, now referred to as the Great Bow. Between the end of the shelf along the front of Mount Willard and the Great Bow is a short bridge called the Girders. We're approaching our stopping point at Crawford Station and Crawford Notch. We will be here for 45 minutes before we travel on to Fabian's. Some of you will be leaving us here. Members of the three groups, Cottage Group, Direction St. Louis, and Knoxville Tours. Hope you enjoyed the ride. Do come back and ride with us again sometime. Coming up to the girders now. Go over the girders and then along the Great Bow. And then we'll pass through the deep water under the gateway of the Notch. Let's say we're 302 on the right. Haven't climbed up even with the tracks.
Those are the people, that's where we were before.
August 7th, 1875. Done by General Sam Anderson, President of the Portland and Austinburg Railroad. Everyone here that don't hear what I'm saying because of the words upstairs.
I'm not going to second guess. Don't worry. I had to close one for me. Yep.
Once we get to the other side,
At Rome.
beyond a
You saw the picture of the track on the road?
Yep.
you'll see a brook to the right in the river, between the track and the rail. That brook is the beginning of the Saco River. Crawford Way, the source of the Saco River, will appear further on. Elevation is like 1,887 feet. The Appalachian Mountain Club owns 25 acres of land here. This is where the Crawford House, one of the great hotels, once stood. Crawford House is located on the northwest west of the station. Burned on November 20th, 1977. The EMC owns Crawford Station, which was built in 1891 by the Maine Central Railroad. As you step into the building from the track side, look up above the door, you'll see a state flag to the west.
How was your trip?
So far, delightful.
Mine was cold.
Where were you?
In the open air car. During the break-in. Nice heated car.
Jacket?
I'm good. I'm all done with the open air car now.
I was there just the other day for the eclipse.
Okay.
I was on executive board of
As we're coming to the executive bridge over, you just see Mount Balsam down the left of Mount Adams, sticking up above the shoulder of Mount Adams. On the right, just beyond this opening, you'll see a motel. This motel was built on the site of the Mount Pleasant House. The access road that leads to the Mount Washington Cog Railway. The Cog Railway is about 6 miles from this location. We come to a stop at Fabian Station, now a restaurant called the Fabian Station Restaurant and Lounge. Again, remind you, do not go into the restaurant and order. We aren't going to be here long enough. Change side to the people across the aisle from you for the trip back to North Conway.
They unhooked.
Don't go sharing our secrets with the world, mister.
I won't be the first.
No, you won't.
Leave it to you. Pick that up.
But it poured the whole way, but it was... Oh, yeah. This is the first time we've been on it that it's come up this far. That's cool.
See why it has to go across the bridge? It's a double engine.
Can I go across the bridge? Well, you gotta go equal with the bridge. Local cows go by at the end.
High school kid across the street.
Was it east on the grass?
Looks like it.
In 1907, their first child, Jordan, was born, and every 2 years after came another child, Mildred, then Raymond, and then finally Enola. Each time Hattie was due to give birth, the railroad would provide a locomotive intended to bring a doctor from Bartlett or Conway to attend to her. Raising 4 children so close to the track was difficult at times, worrying about the children either getting on the track or falling down the embankment in the rear of the house. Hattie would tie the youngest children with a rope to the front door knob. As the children grew, they needed to go to school, first going down the hill to the schoolhouse. The train would stop and take them aboard. However, when it was time for a higher education, it was necessary for them to go to Twin Mountain or Whitefield to the west. The section house was at the steepest part of the grade, fully laden trains were not able to stop. An arrangement was made between the train crews and Hattie, where she would line the children up along the track about 40 feet apart. The train crew from the rear of the car scooped up the children like a sack of mail, with the train going at reduced speed. The sectionmen's hardships and storms were their worst enemy. One hit the area on Thanksgiving Day 1913. While Loring and his crew dug out switches at Crawford Yard, the westbound freight arrived, pushed ahead by its helper engines. Heavy swirls of snow and high winds made Loring misinterpret the engineer's signal that the helper was backstabbed to Bartlett. He was struck and killed instantly. Hattie was able to stay on at the Mount Willard section house and continue to take care of her children and cook and clean for the 7 men of the section crew. The boys eventually worked as caddies at Crawford Golf Club. Raymond became a doorman, receiving guests, and the girls worked in dining room or maid service. Not only did Hattie have her brood of 4 to feed the 7 section men, and during World War I, she cooked an additional 7 to 10 meals for parties. From the stage on the Evans Line, book is called Life by the Tracks. It is available in the gift shop in North Conway Station. And as you look out the left side of the train, you see Mount Webster. Further down, we'll come to where you can see again to the Mount section house site. We'll be stopping for a couple minutes. Give you a chance to enjoy the view down the valley, take pictures. Just going to ride on
Now to the people on the
84
left side.
across for Richard Graves. You can really see the U-shape of the valley. That is done by glaciers. Mount Webster to the left, center and rear. To the left front is Mount Willie. Route 302 is down at the bottom of the valley. And about halfway up the slope to the right is the line of the railroad grade. The distant mountain with a knob on it is Mount Bemis. Mount Nancy is hidden behind the shoulder of Mount Willie. Route 302 disappear and reappear. Just to the left of it, you'll see an opening in the trees. That's where the lake is, across Route 302 from the Willie House Historical Site.
They run out of gas again.
Read your ticket, you gotta get out of plug.
Luckily, we're on this side, so all we have to do is push the needle. Then the trouble is slowing it.
Catch it.
Moved into a smaller house in the heart of Crawford Notch with his wife, 5 children, and 2 hired men. During the first year, the 3 men enlarged and improved the house, which the family operated as an inn to accommodate travelers through the mountains in the desolate Crawford Notch region. The small grouping of homes and outbuildings are located at the base of what is now known as Mount Willie. In June 1826, following a heavy rain, the Willies were terrified when they witnessed a great mass of soil and vegetation torn loose from the mountainside across the river, sliding a path of destruction to the valley floor. Following this experience, Samuel Willie built a stone shelter a short distance above the house to which the family could flee if a slide threatened their side of the valley. During the night of August 28, 1826, the Notch experienced one of the most violent rainstorms ever recorded in the White Mountains. Overnight, the Saco River rose almost 20 feet, carrying off buildings, vegetation, and livestock. It was on far on his right, foreseeing the threat to the White Mountains, carrying a hare along with him and so escaped. After a while, the follower sent the hare away. Yeah, but it didn't return. He on his first painting trip to the White Mountains in about 1847. He stayed at the Mount Crawford house. Portrait of Dr. Bemis done during this trip. Hung in Bemis's old stone house in the Notch at one time. Frankenstein cliffs were named for Godfrey by Dr. Bemis. Frankenstein Trestle was completed in June of 1875, and the first train ran over it later that same month. Frankenstein trestle took its name from the cliffs. Godfrey Frankenstein never saw the trestle as he had died 2 years earlier. It will see Mount Washington with those clouds still cover it. Okay, the summit of Mount Washington looks like it's got a cloud directly on top of it. You can see most of it will be on the right side under Route 302 over at Yankee Brook.